Can he get everything in the car? Let's find out.
Hi, and welcome to Aiken Adventures. We've escaped from Florida for the holidays. Now we are on the third leg of our journey.
Oh man, I don't know. I guess it's 3 now.
It's a 3-legged journey. Actually, it's going to be 4.
4,
There's
yeah.
a secret destination at the end,
Yay.
so you have to keep watching all the vlog episodes. But we're leaving Virginia now, and we're heading to North Carolina. So we're leaving Virginia now and we're heading to North Carolina to visit with my dad. We've already been with his side of the family. We're leaving my mom's house right now, and we're gonna go down there, and there's some adventures that we already have lined up and planned, ready to go in North Carolina where my dad lives. I'm pretty excited. And if you've been watching our Christmas vlog for any of the other episodes, then you know that it's the beginning of the day and that it's time for us to go to someplace very special. So let's see if we can figure out where that is.
Alright, guess what? We don't have a sandwich. Yay, we're going back through the line. Oh, this is like old times.
All right, I got my Bojangles legendary sweet tea. And so
I got my biscuit.
all right, we're here in Mount Airy, North Carolina, and we're gonna take a tour of Mayberry. It literally feels like we're on the set of Andy Griffith show, and right behind me is Otis's Home Away from Home. All right, we just went in to schedule our tour, and you walk into Wally's service station and the lady will greet you there, get you signed up, and it looks like they're gonna be at about 45-minute intervals. So we're gonna go in about the next hour because they already have someone else scheduled ahead of us. And then they are $40 for us to go there, 3.5 of us. They only take cash or check. So we're gonna have to stop by an ATM real quick and then we'll come right back. All right, we drove around and my dad gave us a little bit of a tour of the town, but now we're back and we're gonna take the official tour. All right, Vivian, you ready? Are you excited? I don't think Vivian knows much about who Andy Griffith is.
It's the world's largest open-faced granite quarry since 1889. And the story behind that is what makes it magnificent is that you can see it from space, the astronaut.
I think I thought that the tour was going to be exclusively about Andy Griffith and the show, but it was really a lot about Mount Airy too. And we learned a lot about granite because there's a giant granite quarry in Mount Airy, and so they pointed
cool,
out,
actually.
Yeah, a lot of the buildings are made from the granite that was there, a lot of the historic buildings.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. I liked the facts about the characters in the show, and one thing I thought was funny was I'd always heard that Aunt Bee's character was not very nice in person. Turns out that that's true. Our tour guide told us all of these things that she used to do. She was actually a spinster, and she lived in this 17-bedroom house, and one bedroom was for her and the other bedrooms were for her 15 cats. They all had their own room. Isn't that crazy? I thought that was so funny. He also told us all about Andy Griffith's adoptive kids and how they found Dixie, and she didn't think anybody would care if she came to Mount Airy to do signatures or anything, but turns out. Obviously, people love that. And so they had her come, and she did like a parade and everything. And so I thought it was pretty cool to hear about all of those different facts about the characters.
She was 18, she was overseas and everything. So her display.
Our tour also took us by some things like the Andy Griffith Playhouse, the Andy Griffith Museum, and Andy Griffith's old home place, which now is available as a bed and breakfast where you can stay.
All right, you're recording.
Okay.
You're on. Now get on low here. How about
So we just finished up the tour, and now we are gonna head down to Main Street and have lunch at Snappy's. Now, my understanding is that Snappy Lunch has been in continuous operation since Andy Griffith was a child in this area. Thank you. Tell us what you got.
Oh, I got the pork chop sandwich. It looks like it's got everything on it. I'm excited.
Yes, and I got the same thing.
The big old sandwich. What you got? Tasty.
The pork chop sandwich has, of course, a pork chop on it, but then it also has some slaw, some mustard, some onions, and a tomato. Oh yeah, I forgot about the chili. They also had some other simple lunch items like some hamburgers and cheeseburgers, hot dogs, and then everything is served with a side of chips. And then right next door to Snappy's Lunch is Floyd's Barbershop. And like all classic barbershops, it is closed on Monday. Okay, so we've had our lunch, and it's now Vivian's nap time. So we're gonna take this little girl home for a little bit and let her sleep it off. And we'll be ready to check out some other things when we're done. All right, we dropped Elena and Vivian off so Vivian could take a nap and Elena could rest a little bit. And Dad and I are gonna head down to the Andy Griffith Museum, which is located just behind the Andy Griffith Playhouse. In the front of the museum, there is a statue of Andy and Opie going off fishing. So I get to be sheriff of Mayberry today. This is the official admission ticket to the museum, and they do not allow any video inside, only pictures. So I'll just do some narration at a later time. Inside the museum, there were several very interesting things to check out. Of course, there was another replica of the set for the Andy Griffith show and the courthouse. Also, there was Barney's salt and pepper suit. And I guess Andy Griffith was a musician. He was a big fan of Martin guitars. So his favorite model of Martin guitar was in one of the cases. Also a display that was showing some of the movies that he has participated in over the years as well. There were a couple of old Andy Griffith show scripts. And finally, there was a separate section of the museum which was dedicated to Betty Lynn. My favorite thing in this part of the museum was Otis's still. Now we're going back outside, down the ramp, around the corners again. We're gonna see what else there is at the museum. The sign says the mural is closed. So I guess that's what we were going to. Never mind, scrap that, I think that's it. It was only like $8.75 per person anyway, no big deal. But it was still pretty cool. There was some interesting memorabilia inside.
Yeah, that's
The museum tour was pretty quick. We have a little more time left, so we're gonna stop by the Mill Creek General Store, which is an Amish store. Dad said the stuff in there is really cool. It might be a little bit expensive, but I figure it would make for really good video material. There's a deli right behind me as well, so when you come in to do some shopping, you can get some sandwiches. All right, we got a little rest, and so we're gonna head back out and check out the downtown area in Mount Airy, North Carolina.
One of my favorite things about the downtown area was all the cute little candy shops and ice cream shops. They did a really good job of kind of preserving the time frame that Andy Griffith was filmed in, and so they're all kind of old-fashioned.
I think a couple of stores that stood out to me were the antique mall, because it had all different separate booths and just tons and tons of different things all around the store. It was really big. What did you think about the antique shop?
I thought it was really cool. There's so much fun stuff in there, but a lot of stuff is really expensive.
Yeah.
Like normal things are like $700, $800.
I was really glad that they had some of the toys behind the case, because they had some signs up that encouraged us to hold the hand of our child while we were walking through. And to be honest,
That would be our child.
that'd be really hard.
Yeah.
But she did really well. She mostly kept her hands to herself.
Yeah, she did good.
And then there were just a number of specialty shops. I'm really excited about this. The home of the Easter Brothers. Good old Southern gospel music. And I guess one of them owns this store, I'm guessing. Hey, you guys, it's James Easter.
Good to have you in Mayberry.
One really cool shop was the pet store. There was like a pet, what did they call it, a pet spa or something?
Yeah, something like that.
And it had all these dog treats in it that looked good enough for a human to eat. And it was making me
It
hungry.
looked like cookies with icing and everything. I was like,
know.
are these safe for dogs?
I'm glad we didn't have any problems with Vivian in there, because that would have been hard.
Yeah.
And also, it was cool that on one end of Main Street was an outdoor store where you could buy ammo and fishing equipment and bait, tackle, things like that. There are so many cool stores here. I just wish I had more time to spend in each one, but it's getting a little bit late. Vivian found a really fun thing for her to do in the bookstore right over here. I just love the historic style architecture, and right now with us walking out, the sky is beautiful. I am loving it. So picturesque, perfect for videography. For dinner tonight, we're eating at the Olympia Family Restaurant.
Cube steak and the okra, and I had a baked potato, and then it came with the salad, but Vivian ate the salad.
And I had the marinated chicken breast with some okra and a baked potato and a tossed salad too, with some really good Greek dressing. Also, I did a video of my dad's plate as well, because he shared some of his with us, and he had the beef. It was marinated so well. It was really tasty. So we highly recommend the Olympia Family Restaurant. It was fantastic. And what did you get?
Jelly.
Jelly.
Is that what you
She just wants that jelly.
You want more jelly?
Oh, we need to eat food.
So what did you think about Mount Airy overall?
Oh, I thought it was a really good experience. I liked Mount Airy. I liked the small town feel. I liked that it was pretty condensed. You could walk Main Street in about 15 minutes or so. It wasn't long and drawn out. Everything was pretty centralized.
Yeah, and like even the amphitheater, the Andy Griffith Playhouse, the museum, and the Mayberry exhibit things are all really close to Main Street.
Yeah.
So you could do all of it.
You could pretty much walk all of it, to be honest. You just park your car and walk. It's pretty centralized.
I really enjoyed all of the Andy Griffith memorabilia because that's just an iconic American classic sitcom.
Everybody loves Andy Griffith.
That's it for us on Naked Adventures.
Hi, this is Anthony and Elena.
If you've enjoyed this video, then we invite you to like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification icon as you follow us for all of our adventures around Florida.